9:22 a.m. and right before the stock market opened, we got this bullish candle right here, and this one when the market opened right there. That's the entry. Then it printed another bullish candle for our group right at about 150, 165. That was when everybody in the group, that's when we talked about, okay, it's go time, 165. Then Oracle printed the levels right on the screen for us and showed us exactly what the profit targets were, exactly where we were going to get out. Now you saw most of my traders were getting out really over here even. They were just jumping out and taking profits. HARP halted right here, and that halt was where we all knew that when it opened back up, we wanted to take our profits and get out. So let me show you how we actually determined that HARP was the one that we wanted. We can use today's market for this. We're going to see which is the highest volume stock so far this morning, JZXN. So members of my group, by the way, if you're wondering if this really works, members of my group are chatting already while we're here. And Thomas, inside of my group, already identified to the group, if you could just be there right now, actually, already identified to the group this stock. I've already taught Thomas, who's been a member for about 3 weeks. He's already identifying the stocks that we're going to trade. That's how far along he is in the process. Okay, so JZXN, we knew that it was the stock of the day today already because it had a float of 12 million shares and volume already of 14.9 million shares. So Thomas in the group already identified JZXN. And look at this. In the post-market session, it jumped up, settled back down, and Thomas already traded it with the group early this morning. Before we even got here, members of my own group, that 9:22 a.m. club, are already trading this together and getting results. Now, the stop losses on these trades goes below this level, that launch pad. That launch pad becomes that stop loss level. The profit targets and the stop losses are also available inside of Oracle. Oracle's going to tell you these circled support and resistance levels right here. Those are going to be our profit targets. And every time one of those levels is broken, it's on the way to the next one. And these smaller levels right here, those are going to be our profit, our stop losses. Okay, so K is here. Yep, you're in. You're not too late. And what about the stop on HARP? Yeah, that's a good question. So on HARP, the stop loss is going to go. So right here, that's the Oracle level. It actually prints the Oracle level right on the screen for us. Once we take the trade together, we actually draw that line on the screen together. That's simply underneath the launch pad area. So you can see here, the profit target's going to be significantly higher than the stop loss. We're going to have a really nice risk to reward ratio. So it can be below the lows of the day over here, but what I prefer is a little bit higher, a little bit better, a little bit more protection. So Tim says, where is the chat group at? That's my private chat group inside of my 9:22 a.m. club. And when you join the Daily Income Trader system today, I will give you access to the 9:22 a.m. club and that chat group as well. Okay, how does that sound? Sean, I'm going to show a whole bunch more examples, and I think, Sean, I think you've plugged your number in there, and if you want to take that one of those spots, so I think, Sean, oh, great, Sean, that's awesome. That's perfect. The team is going to let me know when you take one of those spots so I can add you to my team even before we finish this webinar. So you know the average risk to reward that Oracle gives. Yes. And so, Sean, I'm also going to give you the risk to reward. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That's perfect. All right. Let's keep going with the presentation. So that's just some examples from yesterday. Let's move on and show you some examples from recent trading. Here we go. So if you're already a member of the Daily Income Trader system, once again, if you're already a member, here's where you want to go. I'm going to drop this link inside the chat box because Tim Bowen is about to start his morning webinar for members. And if you're a member already, Alta Garcia and others, you want to jump over there to university.stockstotrade.com and be a part of that morning webinar. Oh, that's great. Sean says, I want to say that what you've told me is better breakdown than ever seen other than maybe say Grattani. Tim Grattani, actually, Sean, that's funny you say that. Tim Grattani is my favorite teacher ever. I watched all of those videos like a ton of times. So I've been trading for 22 years and I feel exactly the same. That is wild that you and I both have that same perspective on it. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. So this is the Oracle scan. The Oracle scan is a $3 million stock market algorithm. What does that mean exactly? So that means